everybody, it's a beautiful day here at Cape Fear Koi, and today we're going to make a water jet from PVC. This is a DIY project. It'll cost you under 30 bucks, and it'll do a huge benefit to your pond, and it'll just take all the maintenance out. So here we go, and come on along with us. All right, here we are. We're in the plumbing section trying to get parts. Trying to see where they're at, trying to get the reducers and the handles or the valves, shut-off valves. But here we are in the section. So, all right, let's keep looking. All right, so we were in the plumbing section of like the PVC and more of the main house plumbing parts. They didn't have exactly what we're looking for, so we went to the outdoor section with the hoses. This right here, take a look on there. It has an adjustable nozzle, so we'll be able to make sure if we need high pressure, low pressure. It's about $9 for the part. So, all right, now we got to go get an adapter in the actual plumbing section to hook up to the PVC, and we'll be in good shape. All right, so that was definitely some adventures. We had to go to 3 different parts of the store. This here is in the plumbing section with all your brass fittings. So to help you not have to run all over the store or look in one section, you can't find them in one section. You have to make a few stops. This is a 3/4 with the threads.
That's a garden hose thread right there.
Correct. Then this one here is a 3/4 with a slip that slides. This is a glue weld onto your PVC. This is in your regular PVC section.
And your nozzle will attach right to the end of that so that you can actually jet out.
Yes, your hose.
This is the business end.
Yeah, your hose connects right here. Then you run down the pipe, go to the other end, go to more or less the opposite of the other end with your slip, male to a female and another female, and your other fitting here.
This is a specialty garden hose. So this is where you'll attach your garden hose, and then it goes to a 3/4 thread, slip on PVC, slip on another female, and then your 3/4 to garden hose so you can attach your
So it's important
bar.
to have this to be able to slide so you can tighten and have the rubber gasket inside is going to tighten up on your hose and make the seal. Then this is the end, like we said before, just to double check. Goes on the back here. This is going to connect right here. Bam. And now we just have to go home, glue weld it, run it in, and
You are in business.
we're in business. All right, so we're back. So we've got all the parts. Here we are. This is all you need. It's really not that much to do this stuff. I already had the glue, so that saves me about $4 right there. In all, it actually, since I had to buy this, which is only about $3 for this, but I underestimated the price in the beginning. It's cost me $27 for this stuff here. So not the end of the world, but definitely money well spent for this. So now we're gonna put all the parts together. We can get your glue. Now typically in a lot of the heavy duty plumbing stuff, usually you use a primer. Because this is low pressure, it's okay for this application. So that's why I'm not using a primer this time. So in the trades, we call this dragon snot because it is really hot when it gets in your nose. So you definitely don't want to breathe this stuff. So push it on, make sure it's all the way down, then do a 1/4 turn. It's already starting to set. 1/4 turn, and that will take all your air bubbles out just in case. So that makes sure you get a good seal. Hold it for about 8 to 10 seconds, and that's all you need to do to hold that steady. That's one end done. Got the next one here. I'm gonna glue it. Try to make it as clean as possible so we don't have glue everywhere. If you get glue somewhere, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side just to be safe also. I didn't do it the first time, but this is definitely a better, safer practice to make sure everything's sealed everywhere. But I went heavy the first time, so I didn't need too much. And give it a 1/4 turn, hold it for a few seconds. Sometimes you can wear gloves because you don't want to get that stuff on your skin. It will stick to you for a few hours. Not the best stuff to put on you. So now those are on and steady. Let's get these guys going. So this thread tape, this is thicker tape than your normal Teflon tape. This is about 3 to 4 times the thickness, so it does a pretty good job. So typically, well, not typically, you do want to go clockwise with it. You want to go against with the threads here, so it doesn't. If you go the opposite way, when you go to thread it on, you actually loosen the threads. So you take it, run your fingers across, but be very careful because these are super sharp. I actually tried to take a nozzle off last week. It was giving me trouble, and I ended up cutting my fingers. Do that again. Typically 4 wraps for this thicker stuff is good. Just give it some pressure and break it. So I like to put a little extra on it just to make sure it goes down in the groove so I can thread it on a lot easier. So we got these ones here, and this is the nozzle. So where are we? We're gonna put this one. This is this finer thread goes on, yeah, this one right here. So these threads are 2 different ones. This fine thread is for PVC, and this one is for the hose. So you can look at the 2 when you put them on. So I don't have pliers on me. I don't know if I can do this hand tight or not. So we did decide to get the pliers just in case, just to be safe. A lot of times you can hand tighten, but this one is actually giving us issues. We are cross-threaded, so we got to reset. For some reason, it's giving issues. We have this starting thread, should catch, but it looks like it's cross-threading, so something to look out for. A lot of times you can reverse the turn, and that'll kind of reset itself. This is not, we're having issues. All right, so we're gonna have to admit that we're defeated. This here is, it somehow got cross-threaded. I mean, it was fine when we did a dry fit, and then this time it got us. So definitely want to be careful when you go to thread it, but we had it in straight. Everything was going fine. After about 2 threads, it just went to the side. So I don't know if it's our fault, probably, or if there's a factory misthread. I seriously doubt that, but be careful with that. We have to go run back to the hardware store and go pick up one of these parts. Just cut this off and re-glue the new piece on. All right, got the part. 3/4, 3/4. Hope it works out this time. All right, head back home. All right, so here it is. It's together. This is what it overall looks like finished. This is with a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. Realistically, this is too long, too large for this application. I could get away with probably cutting 4 feet off, but on my other pond behind me, that's 14 feet wide. Plus I have to stand up and reach around that for the drain there. So I need the length for that. So what I'll just have to do is operate it a little bit of length on it. So that's on. Turn it. So you can see it's pretty good, good pressure. So just take it, go around the bottom, and you just kind of blast around. Now I just cleaned it yesterday, so I don't have any leaves or anything in debris. But what you'll do is just go around the edges of the drain, or you can go around rocks, you can go around flower pots, and you just go around here and blast all that. You can see some leaves are coming out. There were a couple in there. But this way you don't have to jump in there and access or or take a net and knock this off and then have an issue. So this really helps out here. And what I'll do is I'll take this in the main pond and I'll show you kind of how much pressure there actually is. Okay, here we are. We've got the jet. We're going to give it a test run and kind of show you how awesome these are to have as part of your cleaning arsenal. So, like I said, this one is 10 feet long, and this works well for this pond. The other one, it's a little too large for that, but it's okay. It'll work out. So we're going to move these leaves. Just going to push them around just to show you what they can do, and then hopefully motivate you to make one yourself. So you can see right here, it just blasts all this stuff here. A couple of rocks fell in the other day, and I haven't had the opportunity to go retrieve them. You can see it just blasting all this stuff out of the way. So if you have a bottom drain, or if you have any pots or rocks that are collecting debris, this will definitely clear anything that's clogged. Keep you from having to jump in and manually pull them out, especially in the winter time or fall when it's starting to get cold. That's the last time you want to get in your pond. This will definitely help you out. Those are acorns and rocks that are being pushed around. So we have an oak tree right above us, and these are all the acorns, which will definitely turn sour in the water if they sit too long. And then from here, I will take my pond vac and I'll just pull all this stuff up. Or if you don't have a pond vac, you can take the pool net, which it's typically a white net with a blue plastic trim. It has a flat bill on the edge, on the lip, which makes it easy to collect, and it steers all your debris into your net, not like a normal fishing net. And you can see, and within just a few seconds, this whole bottom of the pond, this whole section here is clean. And that is, this whole section of being cleaned is probably about an 8x8 section. And that'll get you clean right there. So hopefully this little trick right here, this little tool will help you keep your pond a lot cleaner, make your maintenance more enjoyable, because some of the worst parts are trying to maintain your pond. A lot of people don't want to go through the maintenance, and they don't realize how much work a pond can be if it's not installed properly. A bottom drain definitely helps out. I should have put one in when I first designed the pond. At the time, I just wasn't able to. And in the fall, or actually this fall or winter, I'm going to be putting a bottom drain in so I can avoid, having all this stuff build up. But if you don't have that ability, one of these is a must-have. So it cost me 27 bucks and roughly about an hour to put it together. And then I've got a great working tool right here. So hopefully this helps you out. And if you liked the video, give it a like and hit subscribe as well. We'll be continuing to make little videos like this to help the pond experience and make it a little easier. If you have a little trick or you have a tool similar to this that you've made, feel free to share that in the comments. This is all about helping each other and making the pond keeping a lot easier. So until then, thanks for being part of Cape Fear Koi. We'll see you next time.